All right. Welcome to our Breakfast Club call, beautiful people. My name is Pamela Pacheco, and I have the absolute honor, pleasure, and privilege of being your host on this beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. I remember when I first started entrepreneurship over a decade ago, I was looking forward to these type of morning mentorship calls. I was not only looking forward to these type of calls because of the information I was going to receive, but I was looking forward to these types of calls because of the inspiration I was going to receive. See, how you start your day, set the tone for your day. Garbage in is garbage out. Greatness in is greatness out. So kudos to each and every single one of you guys that decided to start your morning off with some greatness, some fire, some love, some light this morning. And I'm excited because today, if you missed our call last week, make sure you tune in to our Chosen Global YouTube page. We have all of the recordings on there for your convenience. So welcome back. Welcome home. Thank you, everybody, for being on here today. So I'm excited because we have one of my favorite people on the call today. And as we're going to get into today's topic, one of the things that I want to actually talk about, let me make sure we are pinning this real quick. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is, what does that life look like for you when you're talking about living a life with no regrets, right? So we're going to talk about a formula for no regrets. And if you're taking notes, because note takers are history makers, a formula for no regrets. Shout out to Pastor Rich Wilkerson and our leadership course. So this is absolutely great gems. And I'm a great student, but a formula for no regrets. Number one is clear convictions. Feelings come and go, but convictions always stay. And we're going to dive into a lot of these things in a second. Number two is complete commitment. Commitment puts actions behind our values. Commitment puts actions behind our values. And number three is failing forward. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Turning our experiences into education each and every single time allow us to live from a place of not only our experiences, but also expectations for what is to come. And when you're talking about having clear convictions, it's interesting because I was having this conversation yesterday with a few of our leaders, and we're talking about, Mr. J.A.O.N. He's about to come on here in a second, and, counselor, amazing dad, amazing husband, friend, leader of leaders. And we're talking about one of the things that you need to have clear convictions in is the people, right? Another thing that you have to have clear convictions on is the products. And another thing that you have to have clear convictions in is the plan. And the reality is that when you're talking about convictions, feelings come and go, but convictions stay. Is like you got to be more committed to your conviction than you are to the confusion that is going on around you. Why is that? Because no matter what's going on, whether it's in life or it's in business, there's always going to be seasons of you are moving forward or things may happen and you may have some type of uncertainty. But see, leaders are those that are able to bring certainty to an environment where there isn't any. And when you're talking about being convicted, it is absolutely of the essence that you have convictions when it comes to your business. So I'm going to bring up Mr. J.A.O.N. because we're going to talk through a lot of these things and how they not only apply to our business, but they can also be applicable to our life. So hi, Jay, how are you? I know this is very early for you, so I am so grateful that you're joining us. Thank you so much. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for being such an amazing leader. Thank you for being such an amazing friend, amazing father, just an amazing soul. Hi. Tell everybody a little bit about you for those that do not know you, for that are tuning in for the first time. Tell them a little bit about your story, who you are. Welcome.
What's going on? What's going on, Pam? How you doing? How you feeling? You can hear me clearly because I'm doing this on my AirPods. Okay, cool. What's up, family? What's going on? How's everybody feeling? I put my eye booster. It's early for me. Want to calm down that puffiness. Did the whole all-in-one. Make sure I got that glow. But listen, man, how's everybody feeling? My name is J.A.O.N. originally from Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised, used to do mental health counseling. I found my passion in doing that after being a jack of all trades and a master of none. The only thing that happened was living in New York City is very expensive. Had to get a second job. I was doing promoting and marketing for restaurants and lounges on the weekends as well. just looking for something different, making a good money, but I wasn't living a good life. And so I just wanted more life in my life. And that's why I got super excited when I saw this amazing lifestyle club. It just made sense. I wanted to travel. I have four beautiful, amazing kids. And as we know, travel is expensive. And even from just not even, again, just not even lifestyle, just life in general. If you see this picture there, I was over 270 pounds. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't living a good life, and I just wanted something different. And when I saw this amazing lifestyle club that we have our hands on, it just made sense for me and my family. Lost over 60 pounds, been able to take over 20 trips in the last 3 years. So to say that this thing has impacted my life is an understatement. And now it's just about sharing my experience with other people just by being a product of the product. So that is my story in a
I
nutshell.
love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Jay. Really appreciate you. Just jumping on here and always sharing your heart with the people, being the servant leader that you are. So when we're talking about, living a life with a formula for no regrets, and one of the things that is necessary to live a formula with no regrets is having clear convictions, right? Feelings come and go, but convictions stay. And one of the things that I believe is of the essence for us to have convictions, and I got this from you, is you always to talk about the 3 Ps. Talk to us a little bit about that, the people, the products, the plan. Elaborate a little bit more on that, and why do you feel that it's so important to have clear convictions on these things?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I think it's important we have communication. I think we have to be confident in where we are, what we have, and so seeking answers is key. I think as an entrepreneur, you have to become a problem solver and always look for different things that you're looking for. I think some of us, have questions, but we're scared to ask or whatnot, and it's okay to get your questions answered. So, how I learned that was watching a TV show called The Prophet when I was probably 20 years ago. And it was this dude that was a very successful entrepreneur, and he used to just go and do deals with other people and basically make a deal to save a company or to partner up with a company and build a business. And he said, and he was the type of businessman that he did handshakes. That was the way that he would do a business deal. It wasn't through paper, lawyers, and all this stuff. His was handshakes because he's like, listen, I'm going to give you my money, my time, my experience, and my knowledge. And he was like, I'll do it off of a handshake. And in the show, you will see sometimes that people will go against their word. You could see sometimes people didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And he would just always say, that was a lesson for me that I learned because people are everything. He said, you want to always be partnered up with good people. It's the same way, I'm a person that loves to open up my home. I'm a person that loves to open up my heart, my family. And so if I'm going to bring people around my kids, I want to make sure that they're really good people. So that to me is the key, and meeting the people here, getting around Isaac and his family from day one has always been a servant leader. I remember we was at a training event, for the first event, and they were serving us. Like before we even had the weekend and we all got to, join and meet, he had a dinner at his house and he served the whole community, had his parents, everybody served all the leaders here. And he said, we got to have that mindset moving forward is we serve our community, we serve our people, not the other way around where they idolize us. And to me, that was just a real servant leadership. And that's the person that I am. So I want to make sure that I'm aligned with people who have the same values as me, feel the same way that I feel. That to me was the key coming out the gate. I wanted to feel people, and I think I'm a good judgment of character. The second P was the product. Are you a product of the product? Are you someone who uses the product? Are you someone, when you give somebody a sample of the product, do you feel confident that you gave somebody a blessing and not, oh, I just made $1? And so it's a product that I share with my kids, with my family, with my mother, because I've seen people who enjoy these products. This right here. We fight. We were just talking, me, Josh, and Pam, and they were fighting over everything. So when you see people fighting over these products, we got a good product. I went to an event in New York, and I went to do a presentation, and there was a room of like 12 people, and there was like a 80-year-old grandma. There was like, a whole family. Like you see the grandma, the daughter, the son, and like the niece, and they were all there, 50 and above, 50 to 80 years old. They came in, stumbling in, and had their walk in their canes, and I'm doing, the presentation, And I'm there, you know, just engaging with everyone and educating everybody about what we have. And then after the presentation was done, I was like, hey, so you guys, you know, ready to get started? You got any questions? They said, yeah. Where is our recovery? I'm like, so you guys are in already? They were like, yes, we're customers. They came to the presentation just to find out why is the recovery on the back order. So when I seen these people there, and they're pissed off, they were really angry, and they were like, hey, we're going back to the Grand Cayman Islands, and we're gonna take, you know, a load of products back to our home so we can give to our friends and our family. And I'm like, man, I was like, listen, I'm not meaning to laugh, but it just goes to show me how good these products are really. So I look at things as a good thing, and I just say, hey, listen, next time it's up, there's buy three, get one free. All right, if it's free, it's for me. I said, when the products are back up in stock, make sure you stockpile, make sure you take advantage and have the product. The next thing is the plan, or the compensation plan, the process, the systems that we have in place. That's the third P. And it's like, all right, granted, we know we came to this company, we merged, built a whole lifestyle community. You know, they never did anything like that. So we knew that there was going to be some challenges. Coming out the gate, we knew there was going to be some challenges. There was going to be some things that even we couldn't predict, you know, with the, you know, everything that's happening in Israel, praying for everybody over there and Gaza and all that. So we knew that there was going to be some challenges in co-creating something. He was like, hey, guys, we're going to do something. But together, as leaders, we're here to have open ears and make sure we're listening to some of the things that we're going to do. We can change, we can fix. Anytime anything has been brought up or mentioned, the owners and leadership is like, hey, all right, you know what? We're considerate. So we're co-creating the comp plan, the process. And as you can see, it's only getting better. Sorry if that was a lot.
No, that was perfect. I absolutely love that. And, you know, it's interesting because just keeping it hot, you know, like Jared says, honest, open, and transparent. When you think of the people, when you think of the products here, and even let's not even talk about how amazing our plan is, and obviously all the things that we're working on, and we know what's to come of it's how it's continuously getting better, but just the people alone, you know, that was one of those things that when I believe like all of us came to Secret and we met the family and we met the leadership and we saw their mindset, and we understand leadership is from the top down, but it is most felt from the bottom up. And the way that we have experienced that, it truly just made it special. It truly just let us know also, it's like, this was just different. It was very different. Hashtag they not like us, right? like it was just very, very different. And that made us move different also. And I believe that because of that, it also just made our mind be more not only convicted about where we were at, but also about where we were going. Because there has not been, you know, a true testament. It's like people will always show you who they are, right? People can say like, you know, hey, this is coming or that is coming, and then hey, it's not here. But every single thing that Isaac has said that was going to happen has happened. Every single thing that they said was going to be, you know, coming for enhancements, for the lifestyle, for the club, for this, it has consistently happened. Like you said, has there been things that are out of our control that we haven't been able to control? Yes, absolutely, right? That's Murphy's Law. What can happen? What can go wrong? Will go wrong. It is what it is. However, focusing on all of the greatness, focusing on all of the things that have happened has just been truly remarkable. And it speaks volumes of the heart space and character and honesty of and integrity of the people, 1000%. And you were talking about, you know, the products. The products, I love that you said that. The products do all of the heavy lifting for ourselves. Each of our products can be $1 billion entity on its own, and how they just keep getting better and better and better and better. And regardless of the hiccups of, you know, or the things, the challenges, and really, I don't even think it's challenges, right? I think that these are things that prepare us to just be better business people, to know that if you have a business, you need to invest in your business. If you have an online business, no matter, that they provide the infrastructure for us, they provide the manufacturing, they provide the shipping, they provide all of these things. Because we're CEOs of our business, have products on hand. So I think that having these issues come about, it makes us sharper and better business people, because it allows us to say, hey, how can we plan for the future so that I'm never closed for business? Like Pamela Pacheco is never closed for business, no matter what it looks like in our back office. And the same goes for you. And that comes with, yes, Jared, absolutely, being solution seekers, being people that are solution oriented. And it is absolutely amazing with what you were talking about. I know you kind of didn't, get more into that, but when you're talking about the plan, right? Clear convictions, feelings come and go, but convictions stay. And you're talking about the comp plan, and there's a reason why it's third on the list, right? And I believe that the reason why it's third on the list is because there's always room for tweaks on that. And one of the things that I love is that when you focus on the mission, when you focus on the bigger picture, the money, the lifestyle, the trips, the growth, all of those things, they just become a byproduct of you focusing on the bigger picture. But talk to us a little bit more about why this plan in particular has had you excited, and why so many people that in traditional network marketing and traditional direct sales or home-based businesses typically don't make the money that you see people making here when it comes to the products, when it comes to our plan and our compensation.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things, to me, we all want money. Money solves a lot of problems. It's up there with oxygen, right? So it's always a great thing. But, one of the biggest things is having a residual income. Learning on selling a product, we realize that it's like having a store. You don't know what your sales are going to do. You got to hope people coming into your store every day, every day, every day. You got to continue to be a salesperson and selling and selling and selling. So what I love about the residual on the back end, building that, it's a strong structure where you have a foundation of what your income is going to look like every month on a month-to-month basis. Then you have the leadership match bonuses. Then you have all these things that are coming, but I think, you can see how they're seeing what's all right. How can we get people paid faster as well? So there is so many different things that they're adding to fix. And again, it's all a learning process. As you said, there's strength in the struggle. There's always something we can learn from everything that we're growing through, right? But it's a growing process. And so what we're learning is, all right, what's working in the beginning? Okay, are we getting people paid faster? Is there a way that I can communicate to you that I can help you make $500 right out the gate? We need to communicate that, because when you simplify it, people move faster. Simple equals fast. Success loves speed. So we're trying to simplify it. And when you're in the beginning of something, you got to be the person to cut the trees. You got to build the path of least resistance so that everybody behind us that's coming can follow a simple system so that they can reach the comp plan and where they want to be. Because that's really what got my attention, right? I wanted to get that residual income so I can wake up whenever I want and I don't have to worry about an alarm clock, and I can spend time with my kids, create that financial freedom. So I love the fact that the residual, and if you do this, you get this. You hit 100, you're going to get this. You hit 250, you're going to get this. To me, 250, that's a good number to get you some financial freedom. I think that's really close to a guaranteed six-figure income right there. And so I love that it has a little bit of everything a part of this plan, and people are being attracted to what we have. We got people from the outside looking at what we have, but also the leadership, the fact that we own our training events. Good Life Training is owned by the leaders. That is so powerful. That is another thing and a testament to go to show you that our leaders here at the company is like, hey, that's a great idea. Take one thing off of our shoulders. That's yours. Here, go make more money. So when you get to a certain level in the company at leadership, I think it's 100, you earn a secondary residual income for the training events. But you got to understand something. The training events, it's not just the one that we have, which is coming up with the Freedom Academy. It's not just the RTEs. You're talking about training events that are happening in international. There's some going on in Europe. There's going to be some going on in Asia. So imagine every month or every 2 months, you're receiving a big, hey, thank you check, from the leadership training events. Like, it's like having a talk with Eric G and him explaining what's the the possibility of good life trainings are going to do, it's insane. I went to a training event before where it was over 25,000 people in the room. That company did over $25 million in training in 1 year. Imagine us as leaders being able to divide that up and get the secondary check. That's where, my man Eric G likes to say that's the private jet money. And again, money is not the thing that motivates me and excites me, but when we talk about some private jets and doing some nice things, man, that's going to be crazy. So, just seeing where we're going and where we're heading, it's very exciting, and just having a vision for the future, I think that is the biggest key.
I absolutely love that. And you were talking about the people and the products and the plan and all of these things, but how they are just consistently just making it better. It's just consistently making it better. And that is why one of those things that it should be the last on our list, because yes, it is, like you said, it's right up there with oxygen, but if it's the only thing that you're focusing on, you're going to miss the magic along the way. You're going to miss the magic in those moments, the magic in the mundane that must happen day in and day out while we're doing this. And honestly speaking, right, you can pretty much do this at a high level and do this anything and be doing this in anywhere and be doing this at any moment. And there is a reason why you, myself, so many powerful leaders, from Josh Valentine to Roscoe Michelle Taylor to Jared Ojeda to the Bronze and the Troy Browns and the Jeff Bose and the Eric Grosbowski. There's a reason why we're like, no, this is home. This is home because of everything that you have said, because of the people, primarily, more, and in combination with the products, in combination with the plan, in combination with everything. And it's also, would you say it's the timing of where we're at? How important would you say is the timing of capitalizing on this opportunity within the lifetime of the opportunity, especially in the season that we're in right now? And one of those things that is like, we all have an accountability group, but you've been leading this accountability group with going for no, 100 no challenge, right? On and on and on and on. What would you say is the importance of capitalizing and seizing opportunity right now at this moment?
Yeah, the key is, timing is everything. I'm gonna be honest with you. The home is where the heart is, and my home is here with you guys. My heart is with all of you guys. We're not. It's more than just business. It truly feels family. Like, we just got on a leadership call with Troy, and he opened up his heart, man. I think that it was 90 something leaders on that call. We all got emotional, crying, because it's more than just money. We're truly here to change lives, and that's really the goal. And we're in a state where, I heard someone say a while ago, PTS, post-traumatic pandemic disorder, where mental health is becoming so, a big focus. You're starting to see people coming out of the woodworks talking more about what they've been going through and what they experienced. And shout out to you. Heard you did an amazing mental health conference, this past weekend. Heard so many great stories and testimonies. And, I'm a big component of that as well. And you know how much mental health is near and dear to my heart. So I appreciate you just even doing that and leading and opening it up to the masses, because you understand so many people are going through things, right? And so we talk about health. And this is why I want to tell you why this is important, what we're doing here. We're talking about health. The first health, there's four. I was listening to it the other day. And the first health is, you have to be physically healthy, right? Yeah, I was telling you that. Physically healthy, because the physical, what is the sense of getting all this money if you're not physically fit to enjoy this money, right? They say a man went and worked in all his life to make $10 million, and then at the end of it, he had to spend it all to try to get his health back because he wasn't taking care of his health. So I think sometimes we confuse our process and what we are seeking, right? I was a person that was just such a go-getter, looking to make money to pay bills, money to do all these fly things, and guess what happened? I was 270 pounds, cholesterol was going up, blood pressure was going up. I was miserable. I was depressed. I was empty. I was going through it. I didn't know. I'm like, why am I going through? I bought a house. I got money. I got this. I got that. What is wrong with me? and started going to get a mental coach, which is a therapist, right? I'll say it's a mental coach because we need that, right? We need some guidance, somebody to guide us through what they've experienced, right? Because they can help us get out of where we're at. And so the physical health is probably the first thing you got to focus on, right? Every day, how are you spending your time? Physical health. Then is the second one is mental health, right? And I think they go coincide. They say the gut is the second brain. So now you get your mental right, got your mind right, because you want to be in the right state of mind all times. What's the sense of having all this money, but you're depressed and you're miserable, so you get your mental right. Then there's the spiritual, or you can put spiritual first, but the spiritual aspect is what are you doing? What's your passion? What is your purpose in life, right? You have to be spiritually connected to something and doing something you love to do. So if you take care of your physical, you take care of your mental, you take care of your spiritual, the money's going to come. The next one is the financial health. Then the money comes because now you're in a better space to operate. Your energy's at a high level. Your mind's in the right place. So people see these things. You're smiling all the time. You feel good. And you can stay consistent at what you're doing to get to the top. And just the money comes and it's a byproduct of it. So right now, with the state of the world and people, everyone's struggling. You got AI coming, talking about taking over jobs and positions. And so the most biggest thing we're going to need is community. Social media has made us antisocial, right? Just because you like and you put an emoji or something, you feel like that's communicating with somebody. No, call that person, have a conversation with that person, get around social settings. That's why we love going to our training events. That's why we love going to our trips, because it's the community. The heart is built with something inside it that it needs other people. It's like a need, right? I think it's broken up in chambers. You need people. You need spirituality. You need air. You need some of these things to operate and function. And if you don't have these things, your life is out of shambles and you feel unbalanced. And it's going to, again, you talk about faith, finance, all these different things. It all coincides. And what I love about Secret is that it taps into each and every one of those pillars for you, right? If you take care of your health, you become a product of the product with the health and nutrition, right? You come to the training events, guess what happens? You're going to get some mental stimulation. You're going to be mentally, getting your mind right. You're going to connect and, deal with that, right? Then spirituality, listen to all these leaders. Everyone's connected to their spirituality. Everyone has a purpose bigger than money. And then the fourth, if you keep coming to the training events and being a product of the product and getting your mind right, guess what? The money comes. So it all just goes hand in hand. We have something special. The world needs what we have. And it's so important to us to take action, because guess what happens? We lose them to the world. We lose them to the other people who don't have the best intentions for them. We lose them to the other companies who are just trying to sell them something. We're not trying to sell you nothing. We're trying to build you up to be the best version of yourself so you can impact your life, but your kids' life, your family's life, and generations to come. It's so much bigger than selling something.
Yes, Jay. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That energy got my brother fired up this morning. I'm here for it. Absolutely love and appreciate you. Thank you so much for blessing us. Thank you for sharing your heart as always. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. When it comes, I know it's mic drop right now, but I want to correlate it into what we're talking about, because every single aspect of what you said goes with a formula for no regrets, right? Focusing on focusing on your spirituality, like you said, you're focusing on the four healths, making sure you're prioritizing the 3 Ps. And when you're talking about complete commitment, putting action behind our values, complete commitment. How does that look like when you're saying day in and day out? What does that look like? What does that routine look like of being completely committed to putting action behind your beliefs, to putting action behind our values, to putting action behind what it is that we're hoping for and what it is that we're doing? What does that look like on a daily basis?
Yeah, so one of the things that I did, coming out of the last training event was, what? Let me get my mind right. Let me take a step, right? It all starts with the first step in building that consistency. But I get what happens is sometimes, so it's like a three. I want to frame it for you mentally, right? Some people don't take action. Why? Because they don't have confidence. right? They don't take action. Why? Because they don't have competence. And so when you have these things, you learn to be committed. And so you got to find out what to start with confidence, to get to that process to take action. You need to do one thing, is have courage. Courage. The only thing that's stopping each and every one of us from living our biggest and best life is the fear of reaching out, the fear of rejection, the fear of somebody telling us a no. But at the end of the day, when you have the confidence in knowing that our company and opportunity is going to be able to impact someone's life, you're going to take that action and the steps that you need. Action cures all. So the biggest thing for me was taking the step. And honestly, I just like everybody else, this phone becomes heavy, right? You don't want to pick it up. You're scared and you're nervous. And it's like, and what are they going to say? But it started with taking courage. It's like, why am I scared of what someone's going to tell me when if I just take that step, I can give the kids, my family, what I want, all the dreams and the desires. If I still got to look at the bank, I still got to look at my bank account before making a purchase, I don't feel right. That's not good. That should be enough motivation for us to take action and take the courage to take the step. So what I ended up doing was challenging myself personally, because I can't expect somebody to do something that if I'm not willing to do it. So we all are leaders here, you have to lead your ship. Or if not, the people will lead you. So how do we lead? Is taking action. So my goal is like, hey, listen, I know I'm just getting started, right? They say in the gym, the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. The heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. Getting there is the hardest part, right? So if we can just get in the door, if we can just reach out to one person, that's just getting your foot. And as you start getting a rhythm, right? Because there's a rhythm to this building, you start feeling more confident. You start building that confidence. So it starts with the courage to get confident. Once you got confidence and you on fire, the commitment is there and the consistency is there, then the check is there, and then the lives, everything just changed. So I went in that personal thing and I said, I'm going to at least reach out to one person a day. Minimum, one person a day, Jay. If I go to the gym, at least 20 minutes a day. I don't care. Just get in the door. You're not playing the game. You're not in the field if you're not showing anyone this business. So I said, I'm going to call one person a day, but that doesn't mean I'm only showing one person, because I'm building through the team as well. So we got other leaders, doing testimonies. Suhaini, we got Georgina, we got Michelle, we got Pam, we got Josh, we're all just putting in work. So if you start with one a day, all these conversations start coming. It just starts building. The more people you're talking with, the more seeds you're planting. And so that's all I did. I said, I'm going to go on 100 no challenge. I don't care who tells me yes. I'm looking for no. I want to become friends with rejection. Because if I could get comfortable with being rejected, there's nothing that's going to stop me, Pam. I'm telling you, there's nothing that's going to stop me. The only thing that's stopping me is me and my fear of rejection. But when you take that first step and start building that courage and start getting consistent with it, it's game time. And this is what we do. So 2 to 5 a day, keep the bills away. It's not who tells you yes, it's whoever shows the most people are the ones who's going to make the most money. If I show 100 people, and you get 10 signups this month, but I only got 5 in this month. You sold 10, you win 10 for 10. I win and showed 100 and I only got 5. In the immediate time, you just won because you got 10 people locked in. But over time, those seeds that I planted, I take a trip, water, drip. I lose a little bit more weight, that's dripping on it. Planting water on the seeds. Eventually down the line, I'm going to win because I got more people who know what I'm doing and I planted the seed. Whoever plants the seed and the most seeds wins this game long term. What you do today, you don't see it till 3 to 6 months out, just like the gym. You go to the gym, you don't see the results today. And then I've been going for a month. The scale says the same. Yeah, keep going. You're going to see the results come. So I know they're not coming now, but as I'm planting the seeds, this thing is going to get on fire. And people are going to be like, dang, Jay, how the heck you did it? I just started talking to one person a day, but then I'm sending out 3 invites a day because I feel I got the rhythm going. I feel good. I feel confident. And now it's 3, 4 invites a day. And it just gets better. And it doesn't get easier. You just got better. The courage you took to take action is now going to keep you motivated and moving in the right direction. So I've shown over 30 people probably in the last, since Orlando, 30 something people since Orlando. And from there, and again, not everybody's jumping on. I'm inviting at least one a day. I'm not getting that person on. I'm inviting another one. So out of showing 30 something people, got about 4 signups, got about like 10 people who like, listen, get back to me. The fortune's in the follow up. People are like, hey, I like what you got here. This is so different. This is nice. I love it. It makes sense. But right now, just give me some time to plant the seed, because when they see things start getting hard, who they're going to think about? You. You showed them the opportunity to free them. So you got to plant the seed. The person who plants the most seeds will win long term.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jay, so much for blessing us. And as we wrap up the call, one of the things for a formula with no regrets is failing forward. You know, you're doing these, you showed over 30 people, 4 or 5 signups, all of these things. I know that the journey has not been easy, and it never is, right? And like you said, it's having that courage that keeps us being consistent, that builds up that confidence to continuously going, and whoever shows the most wins. But when you're talking about a formula for no regrets, it's knowing that failing forward means every mistake is a learning opportunity. Every mistake gets us closer to where it is that we want to go, and closer to who it is that we want to become in the process. And you recently did a Spartan race, and I know that's going to be a whole nother training for a whole nother day. But when you think about failing forward, and we often hear how you do anything is how you do everything, can you think of ways along your journey that, even being in the midst of a race that was so crazy, absolutely, so many obstacles that you had to overcome, failing forward, is that something that you feel that in just one area is applicable, or it has helped you in every aspect of your journey, especially in just business, but really in every aspect of life?
Yeah. So reading that book, Go for No, it talks about failure is the way.
Yeah.
There's no other way to success. It's failing.
Right.
You know how many, I've been trying to lose weight for 10 years. I failed for 9 and I finally got it right? Because it took all those chances, all those times that I failed, I learned something new, went back to the drawing board. All right, cool, this wasn't working, this wasn't working, this wasn't working. So failing forward is the only way, right? It's you here and you have success here, right? The only other way to get here is by failing. It's in the middle. There's no way to get over the hump to get to success. It's part of the plan. It's part of the roadmap. And so you have to challenge yourself. And like you said, it's just not in one area of life. It's just not me overcoming and overcoming fear of reaching out to people and looking for rejection. Now is having that courage to take that action in there. But also, like you said, with the Spartan race, and that is a whole nother training, because I've never did a Spartan race. So the fear of the unknown, I didn't know what to expect. But guess what I did? I trained leading up to it. This is why it's important for you to train. All these, I was mentally fear of rejection, but guess what I was doing? I was still working on myself every day. A lot of people stop working on themselves. If you don't work on this, you have to continue to do this every day. So you have to do at least 4 things every day, 5 things every day that's going to help you grow no matter what happens. So I want to work out. I want to eat clean. I want to show one person a day. I want to, pray every day, show gratitude every day. I want to do all those things, because no matter what happens, I have to do all those things every day, whether I see results or don't, because I know down the line it's going to come. So you have to face fear. You have to overcome challenges. There's no way you're going to succeed in life, because that's why you're comfortable, right? You're in your comfort zone. You're comfortable where you're at in life. In order for you to get to that next level, you got to get uncomfortable. And it's going to take some fear, and it's going to take some overcoming some things, but you got to have the courage to do it. Where does courage come from? It comes from within. You tell yourself, hype yourself. You know what's another thing, man? And I told you, Pam, so many times, because it's so dope to have a group of people who sharpen each other, people who just always about moving forward, right? Because when I'm weak, Pam's strong. When Pam's strong, Josh is strong, right? And then imagine we all strong at the same time. You got to lean on your brothers and sisters, lean on your leadership. That's what they're there for. They're strong because they've been through the test of time, right? I look strong because I've been through some in the last couple of months and years. I've been learning. I've been in the gym formulating this body to be strong. We've been in the field busting our butt, cutting down taking all the hits and the arrows, dealing with all the nonsense so that we can make it easier for you. So lean and trust on your leadership. But yeah, that sparring race, man, it was a challenge because one, I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I was training up into that, right? And then we get to the place. There's 7 people, 4 or 5 people I didn't know. There was 4 people I didn't know. 2 people did it. So out of 7 of us, only 2 people have accomplished this. Out of the 7, I only knew 3 other people. 4 people I didn't know. We went in this like, hey, we're gonna win together. We're gonna win and we're gonna do this together. Every man crosses the finish line. That was like what we said in the beginning. Every man crosses the finish line. But of course, once you start a race, there's some competition going. So right, somebody said, and they pointed at me, and mind you, I was the oldest one out the group, and I was the heaviest one out the group. And they said, Jay, I'm coming for you. I don't care who wins, as long as I beat you. And I'm like, you want me? I'm the nicest guy here. What? And I'm like, all right, but I'm like, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna just come out the gate. I'm gonna run my own race. I'm gonna show one person a day. I'm gonna go at my pace. These guys were all ahead of me running. Josh was there. He'll tell you, man, it was such a great thing. It was a good challenge. And so I'm like, I'm gonna take my time because I don't know what to expect. I want to save some for the end. I don't want to burn out and not be able to cross that finish line. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm gonna cross that finish line. We gonna hit Crown Royale no matter how long it takes. We're gonna cross that finish line. So now we're overcoming some obstacles. You had to climb a 6-foot wall. I'm a 200-something-pound guy. This thing's not easy for me. I'm like, boom, struggling, right? We got to climb, hold bags. And in that process, though, we're there. I'm watching Josh move his feet. He's ahead, and I'm like, oh, man, Josh got me motivated. I'm not going to slow down because I see Josh doing his thing. I'm a type of leader that pull me up. Don't push me up, pull me up, lead from the front or lead from the side. I'm gonna keep up, bro. Please, I'm coming behind you, bro. And so now I'm behind, but I'm taking my time. I'm warming up. I'm saving my energy. Everybody else is leading the pack. They're going fast. I'm like, all right, I'm running my pace. I got a game plan, one a day, one foot in front of the other. We get over these obstacles. There's some things that I couldn't do. We had to do some burpees. And I'm like, man, Josh, we're sticking together as a group. It was like 3 or 4 of us sticking together as a group. But one dude, 2, 3 dudes out the front, and they're like rushing through it. We're taking our time. Guess what happens? Halfway through the race, guess what? They ran out of stamina. They started to slow down. They didn't have the endurance to keep up. So we're like, oh, hey, what's up, fellas? Yeah. Oh, you guys are racing. You guys are trying to beat us. Now we're in front of them. And it was a group. Now we start separating from the people who didn't have it. And you're gonna lose some people in this race. And it's okay. We loved them when we started, and we loved them at the other side, on the finish line. And so we're going and we're running. And I had one guy that just kept like, oh, you can see he started recording. Yeah, I'm in the front. He starts bragging. He starts, yeah, I'm that man. And I'm like, oh, I'm coming for you, bro. And I'm very quiet. I'm very passive, but I'm competitive in the inside. I'm yellow, then it's red. And I'm like, oh, this guy is not doing this. And so I was like, nah, he brought out that animal in me. See, we all got a beast. We all got an animal in us. Sometimes you just need certain situations to turn that thing on. And so he did that to turn me on. And guess what happened? We start going. All of a sudden, I know I've been training for this. I know I've been preparing for this moment. And guess what happened? My stamina just kept going. They got tired. People wanted to quit. And there was one dude, 6-pack, Diesel. He was a gym. He was a professor. He's like a trainer. He trains people. He was cut up. He was leading us the whole thing. And we passed him too. And now it's just me, Josh, and this other gentleman. And we're just going and we're sticking together. But I'm like, no, I'm going to finish first. I'm getting goosebumps because it truly brought out that animal in me. That beast in me. And guess what happened? Crossed the finish line. And guess what I did? I stopped right before the finish line. And I still let him cross first. And I waited for my brother Josh. And I waited for him to run in at the same time because we leave no one behind.
Yes, sir. Mic drop. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. We leave no one behind. Breakfast has been served. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JAON, I appreciate you. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys can look for the recording on our Breakfast Club Chosen Global page. Make sure you guys show some love to AON. Make sure you're following him on social media. It is JAON. Make sure you are registered for our June RTE, secretdirectevents.com. Thank you guys. As always, it is a truly an honor, pleasure, and privilege to serve. Great day and God bless. Let's get it.